Hey guys, this is Nate from Spirit Adrift. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my favorite band shirt. This is Annihilation Time, one of my favorite bands ever. It's a little excerpt from this insane album art from their second album, just called Annihilation Time 2. It's this little guy right here. And I'll tell you the tale of how I got this shirt. So in 2004, I heard about this band from Ryan from Municipal Waste. He asked me what my favorite bands were. I said Black Sabbath and Black Flag. Still are probably my favorite bands. And he was like, dude, you got to hear this band Annihilation Time because they're like 50% Black Sabbath, 50% Black Flag. I was like 16 at the time. So I checked them out, really liked them. Fast forward a couple years later, 2006, I'm 18. I'm living in Arkansas. I'm playing in my first band out of high school. And I saw that Annihilation Time was on tour. Their tour ended on the East Coast somewhere, maybe even in Atlanta. And they needed shows to get back home to the Bay. So I sent them a message. I didn't think anything would happen. And I was like, hey, I got a friend out here. He throws house parties. He's got a PA, the whole 9 yards. Like, my band will play. I can get another band here to do it. Like, we've been having shows. They've been going great. So we started talking, booked a show. Annihilation Time was the first show I ever booked and first show that I ever played out of high school. So it was a pretty big day for me. I remember on the day of the show, it was probably like 7 o'clock at night. And I got a call from Graham, the guitar player. And he was just seeing how everything was going. He was like, are we good? There were a bunch of people at the house. I'm like, yeah, we're good to go. He's like, do we need to go to the liquor store? I've said, no. You know, I got you a half gallon of whiskey, half gallon of tequila, half gallon of vodka, 90 beers. And that's just for the band. And I'll never forget, there was like a pause on the line. And then he goes, oh, so we probably should go to the liquor store then. And then went to the liquor store, showed up, completely exceeded the reputation that they had established for themselves, being like the rowdiest rock and roll band in the world at the time. Played an incredible set. They played pretty much this whole album, which is one of my favorite albums. I think they played one song from the third album. We went to my friend's house and completely destroyed his house. It's all good. He was in on the destruction too, but like, we had a garden hose inside at one point. One of the roadies like did a front flip into the ceiling fan, ripped it out of the ceiling. And I didn't buy this shirt that night, actually. I bought 2 other Annihilation Time shirts, lost both of them on tour. And then years later, my friend from high school, one of my best friends, I saw he still had this shirt. And so I traded him like a show poster or something. Ended up getting an Annihilation Time shirt back, which is great because they're one of my favorite bands. Buying band merch has always been a really good way to support bands. Revolver wants me to plug Spirit Adrift's merch store, so just go to spiritadrift.com/merch. If you're in Europe, you can buy stuff from Evil Greed. If you're here, you can buy stuff from Holy Mountain, or if you buy anything from our Big Cartel page, I'm shipping it right out of here. You can see we're in short supply over here, but we're going to be getting a new design soon. Thank you guys for the support. Stay safe.